The Odyssey tells the story of the Greek hero Odysseus and his 10-year journey home after the fall of Troy, taking a detour to raid the islands of Ismarus. Odysseus gets thrown off course by a series of storms and unfortunate events.
After the victory at Troy, they start their journey back home.
After leaving Troy, they stop and raid the island for supplies. The Cyclones attacked the horseback, and Odysseus lost 72 men.
Sends his men out to search for food and has to cover them when they eat the locust flower.
The island of the Cyclops. Odysseus and his men find a Cyclops cave. Lured by his cheese and wine, the Cyclops Polyphemus traps them inside the cave. Odysseus and his men blind the cops and then sneak out under his herd of sheep. After fooling the Cyclops and the men sneak out, they continue their adventure home.
New and improved togas in any size and color, only $5.99.
Aeolus, god of the winds, gives Odysseus all the winds so he can sail safely home. Odysseus' shipmates opened the bag and they thought it was gold, and all the winds escaped.
They are a race of cannibals, and they eat the Greeks. The men on the ship and Odysseus are the only ones that survive.
I survived!
Circe's island. Circe turns Odysseus' men to swine, but Odysseus is protected from her magic with the help of Hermes, who gave him a magical herb called Molly. Odysseus ends up staying there for what it seems like a short time, but it ended up being a couple of years. Before Odysseus departs, Circe finally tells him that he needs to find the blind prophet Tiresias in the underworld.
You have now been blessed.
The underworld. Odysseus consults the prophet Tiresias to ask how he can get home, and finds his mother there, who has committed suicide in depression.
Gang, 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 gang!
Odysseus and his men pass Helian Island with women singing their alluring songs, trying to ruin sailors, so they do not hear Odysseus pierces his men's ears with beeswax and has them tie him to the mast.
Odysseus chooses to sail for Scylla, a six-headed sea serpent, rather than Charybdis, a giant whirlpool. He did this because he knew that if he went to Charybdis, the whole ship would be destroyed. However, if he went towards Scylla, 6 men would die, a sacrifice the brave Odysseus decided to make.
Quick, yogurt made from real goats, 25 cents each.
They stop at the island of Helios, and Odysseus falls asleep, praying to Athena. While sleeping, his men once again go against his orders and eat Helios's cattle. This outrages the god, and he threatens never to rise again. As a punishment, Zeus throws a bolt of lightning at the ship and turns it to splinters. Only Odysseus survives.
Odysseus finds the Calypso's island after drifting in the sea. It is an island of women, with a nymph named Calypso, with whom Odysseus has a 7-year affair with. After the 7 years, Hermes convinces Calypso to let Odysseus build a new ship so he could sail home.
Look at the new ship I built. Nations accept Odysseus, and he explains his 10-year journey to them during the feast. They happily give him a ride home on one of their magical ships.
His home and sees his son Telemachus for the first time in 15 years. He and Telemachus kill all of the suitors, and Odysseus takes his place as king, once again, alongside with his wife Penelope.
You are now the king.